Hello everyone, and welcome to crow variation tutorial. Today we're going to cover 3 forms of crow: baby crow, flying frog, and crow pose, the regular one. Before we go into that, I'm going to show you my favorite warm-ups and preps to prepare yourself to go into these crow positions. We're going to start first on all fours. It's going to be quick, 10 to 15 minute stops, and then we're going to go right into the positions. We're going to start on all fours, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. You're going to inhale, find your cat and cow, so arch that back. Inhale, push the chest out. Exhale, push the floor away and work on rounding the back, creating space between your shoulder blades and vacuum your abs in. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale. We're only gonna do 5 of each, but if you're practicing at home, you can do these moves for 10 to 15 times if you want before you go into your crow. And 3. Inhale, push the chest out. Exhale, round. Breathe in. And out. Really push that floor away. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, hold here. Keep pressing the floor away, rounding the back. Take a deep breath in and exhale back to center. We're gonna drop the elbows down and lift. This is a prep for baby crow. So you wanna find that alignment, wrist with the elbow. Every time you drop down, you're gonna keep your hips in place. So I'm not dropping with the hips back, only with the elbows. Inhale, up, exhale, drop. Inhale, up, exhale, drop. Grip the floor and activate your arms. Feel the power here. For 3, 2, 1, you're gonna hold down. Plant your toes under you. Make sure the knees are somewhat under the hips. And we're gonna float the knees up and down. So you're gonna lift up and down. Use your core, use your lower abs to lift up and down. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And 1. Hold here, look forward in between your hands and don't lift the hips up. Try to keep your knees at a 90 degrees and we hold for 4, 3. Activate your shoulders, push them down. 2 and 1, drop the knees. From here, you're gonna have 2 options. First option is you keep your knees on the floor and you're gonna draw right knee to right tricep tap, step the knee down and do the same on the left, holding this position on the elbows. Your second option, tiny bit more challenging, is to float the knees off. So knees are floating, you drag left knee, left tricep tap, and point the foot, heel to butt, hold here, slide your chest forward for 3, 2, 1, drop. Take a breath. Other side, we're gonna repeat the same. Float the knees, draw right knee to right tricep, slide your chest forward and hold. Point the toes, heel to butt for 3, 2, 1, drop. Take an inhale, exhale. We're gonna repeat it 1 more time on each side. Let's go left, tap, and hold for 3, 2, 1, drop. Take a breather, and then go to the right. Same thing, hold for 3. Activate heel to butt. 2, 1, down. Dolphin position. Plant your toes. Push the floor away. Tailbone to the ceiling. Extend the legs. Slide your chest back. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees to the floor. Look in between the hands. 4 more like this. Breathe in. Exhale. Dolphin. Inhale. Exhale, dolphin, and 3, and 2. Let's go, last one, and and 1. We're gonna hold here, really press the floor away, head in between the biceps for 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, and let's extend those elbows to give them a break. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Now we're gonna try baby crow. Starting with the elbows on the floor. Let me show you how I like to go into this position personally. My palms are pressing down, middle finger out, aligned with the wrists, with the elbows, and the shoulders right over. So sphinx arms you have here. Plant your toes into the floor. I'm gonna hover my knees just like we did, and I'm gonna walk one knee at a time to rest onto my triceps. So lift, start to walk in, touch the knees to your triceps. Hold, my toes are on the floor, my knees are gonna climb high as possible onto my triceps, and I'm gonna slide forward. My nose in between my thumbs, I'm not gonna touch the floor. And here you lift maybe one toe off, maybe the other, and you hold. And this is your baby crow. I'm so close to the floor, but I'm not resting my head down. I'm resting my knees onto my triceps. Now, whenever we say baby crow, baby grasshopper, any baby variation of a position, it doesn't mean that it's easier specifically for you. For some people, it is the easier way to go. For others, because you're so close to the floor, and it depends on the length of your joints, your arms, and how high you can lift or how low you are to the floor, this is gonna make you either comfortable or uncomfortable. So the only way to find out is for you to actually try this position. I'm gonna break it down one more time, and then we're gonna move on to flying frog. So, starting all fours. Elbows to the floor, chest pushing out. Plant the toes, lift the knees, walk in, and I like to hover back a bit, sliding the hips, so I can climb my knees up and then I slide forward. My back is rounded, I'm pushing the floor away, and then I lift my heels up. My head is far from the floor, not too far, but a tiny bit. You can lift the heels as high as possible for you. Some people have their hips higher in this position. It depends on your body. So this is your first move. You can pause the video and give it a try, or we can keep going to the next. And always remember, there's no need to lift the toes off. You can keep the sole of the foot planted down and just hold that compression and see how it feels. You play around by lifting one heel, then you switch, you lift the other, and maybe you lift both. For flying frog, we're gonna find all fours here. And we're gonna kind of repeat what we did on the forearms, but from here. Plant your toes down, push the floor away, creating space between shoulder blades, and let's hover the knees up, hold, and drop. Can you see I have a straight line from my head to my tailbone when I'm lifting the knees up? My knees are right under my hips. I'm not piking back. Keep those shoulders over the wrists, and drop. We're gonna go for 3 more here. Up, pull that navel in, and down. Up, and down. Last one, let's hold that lift. I'm gonna start with the left side so you can see better. I'm gonna bring that left knee outside of my left tricep, and I'm gonna hold here for 5. Toes pointed, 3. You can hover the right knee, you can drop it to the floor, it's up to you. 2 and 1, drop. Reset, we're gonna repeat on the other side. So I start by hovering the knees. I climb, right knee outside of the right tricep, and I hold, heel to butt for 3, 2, 1, drop. Take a breath. We're gonna repeat the same, but this time, we're gonna keep the other leg fully extended back. So, start by extending right leg back, plant the toes, and slide heel over. From here, left knee up, climb, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and step it outside of your left palm, finding your lizard pose, and let's push it away with the left hand to open the knee out and to open the hips a bit, and hold here for 3. Breathe. 2, 1. We're gonna switch, left palm down, left leg extends back, planted into the floor, and right knee climbs outside of the right tricep. We hold for 3, 2, push the floor away, activate your arms, and step right foot down. You can push the knee out with your hand if you want, so with the palm inside the knee, or with the tricep. And we hold for 3, 2, keep pushing the chest out, 1, and we're gonna find Malasana, yogi squat. So left foot outside of the left palm, right is the same. We're gonna push those knees out with the elbows and push the chest out, thumbs to heart center. And we're gonna hold here. We're gonna pulse slow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, inhale, exhale. Now for flying frog, I like to start in Malasana to find flying frog. I'm just gonna hop back a bit for you to see better. So you're in Malasana, you're pushing those knees out and pushing the chest out, correct? We're gonna place the hands on the floor, shoulder width apart. And I'm gonna start by lifting my hips and my heels off. So here I'm gonna slide forward, sliding my point of gravity over the hands. And very important, you keep pressing the knees onto the triceps until your elbows line up with your wrists. And you have Chaturanga arms, so your elbows are bending. You slide your chest forward. Think head to tailbone, parallel to the mat. Lift one foot off. See how it feels. Plant it down. Lift the other foot off. See how it feels. If it's fine for you, you lift both. You keep squeezing those elbows in, pushing the floor away, gripping the floor, and tailbone up. Hold here for 3, 2, and you find Malasana right after. Let me break it down one more time, and then we move on to crow. So, from yogi squat, hands to the floor, shoulder width apart. Lift the heels, lift the butt, and slide forward. Press the knees in until you line up your elbows with the middle finger. Press the floor away, bend your elbows to 90, slide your chest forward, and then automatically you're gonna feel that your legs want to lift off the floor because you switched your point of gravity forward. You hold here, and then you drop. Great job. Moving on to your last one, which is crow for today. We're gonna start in a seat. We're already well warmed up to go into crow right away, but we're just gonna try a seated crow compression hold, and then we'll go right into crow pose. So we start in a seat. We're gonna find balance onto sitting bones. Find your balance here, push the chest out. I'm gonna extend my arms fully up towards the ceiling, and I want you to picture the ceiling as the floor actually. So how would you press your palms into the floor? By a flexion of the wrist. So flex your palms up, open them wide as if you're pressing up into the floor. So this is your floor, you're pressing high. We're gonna start by bending the elbows to a Chaturanga position. Always palms facing up. Now, round the back, pull that navel in and lift. Right knee to the right tricep, tap, and bring the left knee as well. And we're gonna hold here, you're gonna hold that compression in, you're gonna hold your seat. You're gonna bring, push knees in, push triceps onto the knees, and push the palms up. Pull that navel in and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, exhale, drop. Take a breather. We're gonna repeat this hold one more time, and we're gonna do it on the floor for the second round. We're gonna start seated, and we're gonna find our way into a prone position, into a supine position on the back. Let's find that seated hold first. Push those palms up, push the chest out to inhale. Exhale, start to drop only the back. Keep the legs in place. Start to drop one vertebrae at a time until your back reaches the floor. Now keep that chest lifted. Bring those knees again to your triceps and try to push your tailbone down to the floor. flex the palms, look up, push the shoulder blades back. And we hold for 3, 2. Try to collect the sensations here of how you're compressing the core in, how you're pushing the knees in and the triceps, your palms up, and then we're gonna rock and find a seat. We want to find the same compression in our crow pose. Let's find crow. We're gonna start with the toes down and the heels lifted. I'm gonna place my hands on the floor in between the knees first, and I'm gonna find shoulder width apart again. Heels to touch, my heels are touching, toes are out, like this. And I'm gonna lift my hips high, so I can climb my knees onto the triceps. You wanna slide your shoulders over the wrists, right? But we're gonna bend those elbows first. So bend the elbows and bring your shoulders forward. So my arms are in a chaturanga position. I'm sliding my chest to the front and I hold here. Keep sliding forward, looking in front of you. This is very important, to look in front, to have a bent elbow and to keep that tailbone high. As you can see, I'm not doing anything. My feet are lifting themselves up naturally because my point of gravity is going forward. So again, I didn't lift my heels yet. From here, hands down, heels together, toes apart. Lift the knees, climb them as high as possible onto your triceps. Start by bending your elbows to find chaturanga. Arms as you slide your chest forward, really grip the floor. Keep sliding that chest, tailbone up towards the ceiling. And now you lift one heel if you want at a time towards the butt. And you can see how high you can bend and lift those heels up. And then you drop. So, when you're in crow position, things to keep in mind. Palms pressing into the floor. Really grip the floor. You're lining up the middle finger with the wrist. Your elbows are bent, chaturanga position. Okay? Your tailbone is up. If you lose the hip and the hip starts to drop down towards the floor, I'm gonna show you what I mean. You're gonna fall back. You want to keep your drishti, your sight, in front of you on the mat. Do not look back towards the knees, towards the belly. You will lose your point of balance. And core engaged, pushing the floor away and rounding slightly the back. So this is what I mean by losing the hips. So here my hips are high. If I start dropping them down, I'm gonna drop back because they take the gravity back. They take my weight back towards the back of the mat. So last time showing hips up, I look forward in front of my hands, hips high, vacuum the abs in, push the floor away, chaturanga arms, slide forward and lift the heels up. Now, some of you might be able to climb the knees even higher, right under the armpits. And this is where we're gonna stop for today. There are other variations of crow, such as side crow, flying crow. One of my favorites is crane. It's crow with the extension fully in the elbows. If you enjoyed this video, I'll make sure to create another more intermediate variations of crow. Now rest well, give yourself a break, a stretch. I know that this is a bit tiring to work. Take a sip of water and I'll see you again next time for another round. Namaste.